I had somebody give me this great example of something that ChatGPT didn't do a very good job of, and it's a great task for code interpreter. So again, I'm going to contrast what coding interpreter with ChatGPT can do versus what just ChatGPT can do alone. So in this example that the person sent me, it was a great example. They sent me a bunch of batting statistics and other statistics for teams in Major League Baseball. And then they said, using the table of MLB statistics, please sort the teams by on-base percentage. First, list the on-base percentage, then list the team name. The percentages should be strictly decreasing. And so when you go and you work this in ChatGPT, it takes a lot of effort. Now, if you work with a smaller set of data, if you don't take this full list of MLB statistics, you can eventually, with some prompt engineering, get it to work. But if you take the whole chunk of data, no matter all the prompt engineering tricks I threw at it, I could never get it to sort the list correctly because this isn't the type of thing that it's that good at. Once it gets a certain amount of data, it's hard for it to do operations like sorting or these types of things. That's not really what it's meant for. And when you go and you try to do this, you'll eventually see that it's actually having problems. So in this case down here where it's sorted, there's actually hallucinations in this. It's not completely correct. And if you try to rely on this, it wouldn't be the best thing. So if you go and look at this, it's not the ideal situation. This is not how you would want to use ChatGPT just by itself, and it makes mistakes in this list. Now, if I go and I do this with Code Interpreter, I'm going to take the same data, but rather than cutting it and pasting it into a prompt, I'm going to upload it as an Excel file. And I'm just going to first start off by asking it to read and explain every column in the data. It's exact same data, just this time I'm giving it to it an Excel file. It goes and reads and explains the data to it. And don't worry, I also tried in prompt engineering where I had it explain the data before. It didn't make a difference in just ChatGPT. It's just simply too much volume of data and it's the wrong type of task to solve with just ChatGPT itself. Now, when I do this in Code Interpreter, using the same prompt, slightly changed because I tell it to use the table of MLB statistics. I don't say above because I'm not providing it in the prompt. I have it go and do the same thing, which is sort the teams, and it goes and gets it right. Now, it only provides partial list up front, and I just tell it to display the rest of the list. And then it goes through and it gets the entire list with no hallucinations, and it gets it on the first try. And in fact, I'm replicating some of the prompt engineering work that I'd done in the ChatGPT version in this, but you can actually do much simpler work. It doesn't require as much prompt engineering to get this to work in Code Interpreter. But this isn't a great example of something that works really well in Code Interpreter. But if you try to go and do data analysis like this in ChatGPT, it's just not really going to work, particularly not for large volumes of data. This is not even really that big of a volume of data because I could actually get it all into a ChatGPT prompt before in GPT-4. But in this case, if I upload it as an Excel file, I get much better reasoning. And the reason for this is that ChatGPT Code Interpreter can write Python code to help it do the analysis. So it can help itself, and it can do these types of data analysis tasks much, much better than ChatGPT could on its own. So this is a great example where ChatGPT by itself can't do it. ChatGPT plus Code Interpreter can.